We get the win at home. Let's talk about the good stuff first, Dave. What was your overall assessment of that 4-2 win at home last? What was that? Last
a little
Tuesday?
Foreshadowing in the opening minutes of the game. Well, in the opening, I don't know, 30 minutes, 25 minutes, something like this. We tried to switch the ball 4 times, all the way from one side to the other. Okay.
What part of the field? Like on our half or
no, in their half? Offensively, we were trying to attack and put one of those diagonal balls in. You know how many times they won the ball?
I'm gonna say all the time.
Yes, all 4 times.
Just the way you're setting that up, but yeah.
And then they switched the ball 3 times, and do you know how many times we won the ball?
All 3 they let happen, or we let happen.
That is correct.
Successful.
I think that's the difference.
Yeah. I went back to the beginning of the Atlanta game, and I think they had a really good chance at the beginning of the game, if I recall. And we let a player just be way wide again out there where Brooks Lennon was pinching in at the very beginning of the Atlanta United game. I think it's the behind of this highlight clip here, Carmen, if my memory actually does serve me right. But
just press play?
No, it's behind. It's back behind this. But
okay.
I think
look for it or no?
Yeah, go ahead and look for it here. I think
we'll keep talking.
You keep talking, Dave, and I'll see if I can give Carmen the right direction here.
Okay. I want to say something really, really, really positive.
Oh, right? Okay.
I like it.
So, Silva had one of the most horrible misses you'll ever see. Right. There's a ball right across. Yakamaki's laid it on a plate, and Silva just had a tap in. It was just him in the goal, and he just punched it over, and he just immediately put his head down. And Yakamaki's turned to run back up the field. Noticed that he had his head down. Yeah. Immediately ran right over to him, grabbed him, and said, "Get your head up." So, did they show the actual moment here?
Not only did he do that, he and or another player actually got the crowd going with their hands, and so just kind of changed the energy to be like, all right, well, if we can get a chance like that, let's do it again. So, and that's a good.
That guy is not only a terrific player, but he's a team player clearly, and that's
he understood the moment.
Yeah, that's gold.
You
couldn't find it. So let's go to the second goal then.
Second goal.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Where we had it queued up way back just before. It's way back.
Yeah. Way back.
Yeah.
Be there further, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and hit play there.
Right here?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll get there eventually.
Okay. Go ahead. I'll figure it out.
Set it up for us, Dave.
Okay. There's a bad giveaway. Silva sort of overruns the ball. And Muyumba couldn't reverse directions. Silva tried to drop it to Muyumba, and Muyumba couldn't reverse directions right away. And if you show that,
I think it's after this goal.
Yeah, that's our goal.
Yeah.
That's a terrific. If you're watching this at home, youth players out there, Yakamaki's on the header for the goal, right? He just puts the ball right back where it came from to make it 2-1.
That was lovely.
It is so simple and lovely.
Okay, but we're going to
the goal that we gave up.
This is it right
here.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so this is where they exchange it, and right after they miss the exchange, I want you to freeze it. So play it and then freeze.
Right,
freeze
here.
Okay, so
Miles is facing Cucho. Cucho is looking back to receive the ball into his feet from the player who just got it at the top of the arc.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? So he's going to take a couple dribbles and hit an absolute banger, right?
But he passes it into Cucho, who cuts it back in front of Robinson, and he fires it near post.
Oh, I'm on the
So that is the only goal in this game, other than the corner kick at the end.
Sorry, I was moving on to game 3 already. Right. So he's going to play it into Cucho, who turns Miles Robinson inside the box, right, and he just scores it back to the near post. What I want to say is this, okay? So we've been harping on it, all the negative, all the season, including the beginning of this podcast. We talked about how we pinch in and we just give everybody that open play out wide, right? Yeah. So if you're going to pinch in, right, the one thing that you ought to get from it, right, is you ought to get tons of help in the middle, right? So Lennon right here is back, right? He is pinched in, so he's giving them the outside back. Wiley is real pinched in, so he actually can play it either one onto our outside, right? This is the ball that we keep giving up and why we give up goals. But you would say, all right, but wait a second, ATL on Fire podcast. What are you talking about? Because that help up the middle clogs it, right? Watch what happens when he plays this ball into Miles. Does Abram or Lennon even come close to helping Miles? Play it.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing Lennon's going to be able to do there, right?
No, I mean, and my point is not that they should have helped him on that play. I think he's got to make that play himself.
Yeah.
Right. But the whole point is, if you're going to do that, if you're going to pinch in, then it has to be to get a double team right in that moment.
Don't be in no man's land.
Yeah.
Well, they have to be close enough. If you're going to bring Wiley and Lennon in, right? So, for example, if you're going to bring Wiley that far in, right? So, Abram, right? Abram should have been stepping right to block that now, knowing that he has Wiley helping him by side. But he's not. Right? So that's my point. So the only reason in the universe for Wiley to be pinched in that much is so that Abram can come and help and double team on that. And if he's not going to do that, what in the world are we doing?
Well, and we agree that that's not what we should be doing.
Correct.
That because you got Miles got beat on that, and you accept it if it's a one-on-one win over Miles getting cut there, right?
Right.
Guzan should have maybe done better. I don't know.
And then the other thing, can you go back to the beginning of the clip?
Sure thing.
Right? Because so the other thing that we have all the time that we've been criticizing, right, is the moment we lose the ball, Josetu goes right back to in front of our back two, right? And he's trying to get back there. He stabs at the ball, right? But Josetu doesn't come close to helping either. Right? He just jogs back on that second play, right?
Yeah.
So he doesn't have the instinct to do that, right? So again, I don't think Josetu should have made that play. But if you're going to have Josetu and say to him, every time we lose the ball, get right back in front of the front two, the center backs, then he has to be able to make that tackle. Yeah. That's, again, the only reason to have him there. And he doesn't have that instinct to do that either. So my point is, why bring in Wiley? Why bring in Lennon? Why bring Josetu back when they are never going to help Robinson and they're never going to help Abram? Right? You cannot have players back doing nothing, as we're going to talk about in a second.
He's on fire!
Do that.
So I don't get it, right? So, Pineda talks all the time about, we successfully clogged up the middle. No, you didn't. You just brought players in for nothing. They didn't clog the middle there. They didn't get a tackle in. Nobody got off their guy to make a tackle.
Well, Silva lost the ball and then stared for about half a second. He just actually did a pause thing.
Yeah.
And that's not a good sign of getting the ball back. That's not the right instinct. You cannot wait 1 second. Your brain has to go into get it back immediately. And even that 1 second of Silva not getting back.
But if we have two pinched in outside backs and we have Josetu dropping right in front of him, it shouldn't matter, right? Actually, Silva shouldn't have to track back. He should be like, we should have basically five guys there.
It's just what you do when you lose the ball on your half of the field in the center of the field. You immediately fight back. That's just what you do.
Sure, I don't disagree.
It's how you should be trained to think every time you lose it in a dangerous area of the field. So anyway, that kind of irked me.
I'm just saying. I mean, if we just went through the clips, the number of times that we do not double when somebody's played it, and that was a perfect example. It was a slip ball right through the middle, right to Robinson's guy, right, Cucho Hernandez. We don't double ever. And all of the system seems to me designed so that we can double team that. That's the only reason to do all of that stuff. And we still don't double. So that means that you're just in there for nothing.
Yeah.